Hello everyone. As many of you are finishing up Unit 5, I wanted to go ahead and provide a little bit of help for Unit 6. Now in Unit 6 you're going to be discussing personal finances. So in there's several assignments that are a little bit different than what you have done in the past for this class. And many of you have already turned in the first assignment. So I wanted to just touch base a little bit on the budgeting and then mainly on the interest rates and buying cars. So on the budgeting, which is U6A1, it can be found in Lesson 1. And on this one, you're going to create your own monthly budget. Now, what I would like to advise you is to use the template that's given here. As long as you have Excel, this template is perfect to use. You just fill it in, it's very simple. In order to get full credit for this assignment, you need to make sure that you are putting 2 sources of income. So maybe it's, a job, probably is not going to pay you a ton, and then maybe your parents are going to give you some funds. That's typically what I'm seeing submitted, and that works great. Then you need to have fixed expenses as well as variable expenses. On the fixed expenses, you need to make sure that you have at least 2 or 3 of them. And on the variable, you need to have 3 to 5. So pay attention to this rubric that's down here and how I'm going to be grading you and make sure everything's realistic. So before you submit your budget, make sure that you've looked at the rubric and all the numbers add up and it's realistic. So that's your first assignment. It's a pretty quick one. Now I've had a couple people turn in the interest rates in buying a car. So I wanted to just cover that because it can be a little bit confusing. So this can be found in Lesson 2. And it's U6A2. What you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and open up this worksheet. And you can go ahead and fill this worksheet in because it's exactly like the quiz. So you're not going to actually be submitting this worksheet. You're going to do the next assignment, which is a quiz that has these questions right here in the quiz. So for this assignment, you're calculating the monthly cost of buying a car. And you're going to be using this CarMax website and the payment estimator. What I've noticed is that some of you are just forgetting a few things on this, so I want to make sure to bring this to your attention before you submit it. So we're dealing with a $7,500 car. We're also dealing with a down payment of $100 and taxes and fees of $300. Okay, these are very important. You need to make sure that you're paying attention to those. Here are the interest rates that you're going to be using in this scenario. So for this first part, it says that you're going to determine the actual monthly payment for the following 3 loans. So we're going to look at a 36-month loan. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the CarMax website. The vehicle price was $7,500. The taxes, $300. There is a down payment of $1,000. And then we're going to first work with the 36-month loan. The interest rate was 3.99. So 3.99, and then right here, I need to make sure that I'm putting it in for 36 months, and then you can calculate. Okay, and here's your answer. So it's asking for the monthly payment, which is $200.73. Now, as you continue and figure out the payments for a 60-month and a 72-month loan, you'll notice that the interest rate changes. The taxes and fees will stay the same. All of this will stay the same. So here you'd be changing this to 4.09, and then you've got to remember to change this to 60 months. Okay, so that's for the first part of the assignment. Then you're going to actually find out how much it costs you to buy a car over a 36 to 72 month period. So the actual cost, which includes the fees, the down payment, and then all of your monthly payments. So right here, we're going to figure out the total cost for a 36-month loan. So the first thing that you're going to do is you would put in what your total monthly payment was, which was $273, I believe. 273. Oops. And then we're going to multiply that by 36. Okay, so there's your cost. However, you have to remember to add the down payment. So this will be your total cost. Okay, so that is the big part, is a lot of people are forgetting to add back in that down payment. You do not need to add in the registration fees. And then for the final part, right here, it's just having you see how the interest rate affects your monthly payment and your total cost. So you're going to still be working in the CarMax website, but you're going to add 1% to the 60-month interest rate. So the 60-month interest rate was 4.09, so we're going to add 1%, so it's going to be 5.09. So we'd go here, we'd add that, everything else stays the same for 60 months, and then we calculate it. Okay, it gives you your total right here. So that would be your monthly payment, and then the total cost, you're going to multiply that number by 60 and then add 1,000. So make sure you're paying attention to that. For the 37 to 60 month interest rate, okay, we're still going to go back up here, and you're going to take a percentage off. So it's going to be 3.09. And then again, you'll go to the CarMax and figure that out. So that's pretty much the assignment. I've just noticed that some of you are just a little bit off on your numbers, so I wanted to show you exactly why that might be happening. Maybe you're forgetting the registration and fees, because some of you are just off $20. So pay attention to that. Make sure that you fill in this worksheet, and then it's much easier to go in here to the second part. Oops. Which gives you the actual quiz that you fill in all the answers. So you're not submitting the worksheet, you're going to be answering all the questions that are from the worksheet right here. Okay, just make sure that you're writing exactly or reading exactly what this is saying, because some people are mixing up when it says actual monthly payment versus total cost. And that is all.